So here, the little purple magic potion is your antidote. Okay, so the entire universe has its set of gunas, right? These qualities that everything that exists is within these 20 qualities. And this includes our emotions. We'll talk a lot more about that next week. But just for a basic understanding of how it would operate in terms of the antidotes, in terms of your psyche, you can see that Ayurveda can provide you with a new set of vocabulary, perhaps, and one that is more precise or more freeing, depending on how you utilize some of the words like depression or anxiety. So let's just say that instead of associating with the gloom of melancholy, right, and then instantly associating that to something like depression and all the negative connotations that go along with depression, right? So then you this is all gradual work, by the way, right? You're not going to just learn a new language overnight. It doesn't happen, right? You guys going to get into Sanskrit a little bit later. We just grab little tiny and small pieces of it and we put into practice and little by little. So although this transformation is gradual, it may begin to unfold for you into a recognition that, hey, this gloom of melancholy is nothing more than some excess weight, right? That it can be in my environment, that it can be in my psyche, whatever, or it can be in the foods that I am ingesting. So the simple choice that I make to lean in the directions, it's like I don't have to dive, right? Just to lean in the direction of more movement, of taking action, that already in and of itself will transform the heaviness, right? Will make things lighter. So how do we do that? We wake up and we are feeling melancholy. We've been through a loss. We're having a really difficult time. We don't want to get out of bed. Well, what do? Maybe we have a yoga mat right next to the bed and we remind ourselves that all we need to do is to roll down onto the mat. Maybe take a yoga blanket and roll it up and place it under the shoulders so that there's an opening of the chest. And we begin to sense little by little with each breath that invigoration come in, right? That willingness to say yes to the day. So it's small things that we do that leave a big imprint in all things, right? So now on the second example, the sharp edge of criticism, right? And all the tendencies that go along with this, our inability to see things clearly, right? When we're judging, we're not in the present, right? We're limited by an idea and it's robbing us from the present moment. So we do want to have tools that will help us even gradually to dissolve that, right, into more presence. So what Ayurveda is saying is that when there is excess heat, sharp is excess heat, criticism is excess heat, we need more compassion, right? So we need to cool things off. So we need to just acknowledge there's excess heat going on here, right? What can I do to cool off, to dissipate this intensity, right? And then we don't need to do all the things that we can think of doing. Just one will do, just one. And maybe it's to have a joke book by our bedside, right? Or by our office desk. A joke book that actually does make you laugh. Yeah, one of those. So instead of associating this unease with like some apprehension of any kind of let's just say that you are experiencing something that feels close to anxiety, to fear, that you are worried, that you are overwhelmed. So again, this is robbing you of the present moment, right? So these emotions that cause apprehension, that cause this tightness, that lead us to worry and overwhelm, they are due to excess movement. So this understanding that it's the excess motion that we need to dissolve makes it so much easier, right? To say, oh yeah, today I just need to do one thing that will help me slow down, one thing that will settle the frazzled nervous system, right? Maybe if I just step out into nature for a moment or two and take 5 breaths there. Maybe by then you feel inclined to actually go for a walk, right? Or hug a tree. Yeah. So it's, I have found Ayurveda to be such a generous vocabulary, and my inner vocabulary was very strong, very intense. So it's been a true treasure, a true gift, and I hope that you will explore these simple things that I am sharing. What is the antidote here? How does this apply to my life? And this is